Hello and welcome to Thank a Teacher podcast. Here we are today with a wonderful guest. She is all the way from New Mexico, a wife, a teacher of kindergarten, and she also taught in China and Mongolia. So she is here to share her experience as a teacher, mom, and educator from other country. So thank you for being with us today, Grace Gantumur.
Thank you.
Would you like to pronounce your Mongolian name?
Sure. So my Mongolian name is Mongchimek Gantumur. Since it's a little long and difficult to pronounce, you can call me Grace.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that, Grace.
That's a beautiful name. Such a
Thank
beautiful
you.
name.
Thank you.
It sure is. And we're so excited to have you with us today.
I'm excited too.
We are.
So let's get right to it.
Okay. So, Grace, who was your favorite teacher and what subject did they teach?
So my favorite teacher was actually my principal and my boss and my coworker when I was in China. And her
Oh,
name is Becky Hou. She was not my classroom teacher growing up, but she became my incredible mentor. So
very nice.
Okay.
she taught me that being a great teacher is about like more than academics. It's
Mm,
about leading, like kindness and patience and believing in both in your student and in our team.
What was your initial impression of her?
So I had just graduated from my college that time, and I started my first official job, teaching job in China. And my initial impression was that she was a strong leader who genuinely cared about her teachers. That
mm.
really touched me, even though my only experience was students teaching during my practicum in my college. So she trusted me and she hired me. She believed in my potential and gave me opportunities to grow. And that was like, oh, you believed in me, so I've got to try my best. I was little nervous, but she kindly like hired me, and then I tried my best and I learned a lot from her.
Sounds like she was very encouraging during some years when
Yeah.
you weren't so sure about yourself and going into this career.
Yes.
It's
Had
awesome.
to be very special, very special to you. So, during that time, do you have like any memories that stand out to you about this teacher that,
Mhm.
that you think that was like a special moment for you?
Yes. So the first when I went to the interview, like I was very nervous. I was like, okay. It was actually my first one. And then
Your first interview?
yes, I
Oh
was
my gosh.
happy about that. So when I walked in, I felt confidence. I felt like a calmness, and that was
Was
really
she a warm person that just kind
yes.
of
She's
made you
she's
feel
always
welcome?
yes, she's always made everybody welcome, which she is still, and then always happy, no matter what the situation is. She's always happy.
Happy Becky.
Yeah, happy Becky.
Oh,
Yeah, that was just
happy Becky.
it was like nice to go to work every day because
Hmm.
if you have a work pressure, it's not really encouraging to go to work every day.
Yeah, it's true. But
That
you
was
wanted to go to work for her because you
yeah.
enjoyed her company.
And then we kind of worked well together. We worked really well together.
Yeah, that
And it was
sounds
so hard
awesome.
to say
Oh,
goodbye.
Oh, do you stay in touch with her now?
Yeah, I do.
how do you think she influenced your personal or academic life?
So personally, uh, for me as a teacher, I actually had like no experience with the teaching younger kids,
Mm.
and that's how I started teaching younger kids. And then she taught me like from the beginning how to like greet with them, how to make the classroom more engaging and fun at the same time
Awesome.
because kids get bored like easily, and
Hmm.
I saw how she was doing it and I got an experience. And she usually include a lot of games with the kids.
That's true.
She would play with them while teaching, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
that was really fun for them to. Everything is about play, and then if it's play based, they would engage more.
For sure.
Learned the most from her, and then that's how I ended up kind of like liking teaching the younger kids.
So
Very
Miss Becky,
cool.
she taught you how to, be a better teacher in yourself. That's amazing that she has that impact on you to become a better teacher and do
Yes.
things that, she's done.
Yeah.
Now,
And
did
yeah, she's always happy, positive with the kids, and they always respect her and always like, listen to her. So that really like touched me. Like I want to be a teacher like her.
you wanted to be just like her, have her energy?
Yeah.
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 Is she somebody that was your mentor over here in the United States, or was this over in China?
In China.
In China. Okay.
Were there any challenges that you faced that this teacher helped you with?
Yes. So when I was teaching there, I had several students that listen, some don't,
Hmm.
And then I had a twin brothers, and then it was really they were in the same class,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really difficult for like
I bet that was difficult. Yeah.
they were like always try to like talk and fight, things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I really had to like ask her how to manage it. So she told me like basically that play based, and then
Mm-hmm.
I had to always like play with them and sit between them instead of sit in front of them,
Hmm.
and because they're talking kind of, and then a lot of things like that, and just stay positive, no matter
Mm-hmm.
what the situation is.
Yeah, don't let the kids see you get upset. That's true.
And then another thing was I don't speak Chinese, and then their English level was not that high.
Mm,
So it was challenging.
I bet.
They couldn't really understand
Okay.
me well and stuff, but I just stayed positive the same time during like my teaching and try to like separate them. Another thing was that giving it a positive reinforcement. We used to have this prize vanity thing, and then they used to collect money
Okay.
each time they finish, their homework or like
Mm-hmm.
reading. We will give them like small paper money that we made.
Like a token reinforcement system. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then that really helped those boys.
I bet. Good. That's amazing
Okay.
that she taught you how to work a system like that.
Yes.
Sounds like she has some very good tips, and I can see why you learned so much from her.
Sure. So with that being said, Miss Becky, was there ever a space where you kind of took that in your own home and went about it with raising your boys, your kids?
Yeah, absolutely.
I bet.
These days, since I'm teaching kindergarten, that's how we do. We have a treasure box, we have a like
Mm-hmm.
star student, everybody collect a star, and then if they reach like 10 stars, they will get the weekly prize, things like that, and like a small
Oh,
prize. So they really work hard for that.
yeah, I bet they do.
That really encourages them to listen more, to like attend more.
We call it dangling a carrot. Hold the carrot and the horse just follows, right? So give the kids something to work towards, and they definitely work hard.
It definitely works for the younger kids.
Yeah, anybody I think under fifth grade for sure. But even the older kids, when I was teaching high school, I said, hey, anybody who gets, no D's or F's on their report card that was on my caseload, I'd say, we'll have a pizza party or come in for a snack, and they get motivated. They love food and they like extra little things here and there. I used to keep little like sticky notes and special pencils too for times when kids just seemed like they needed a little pickup.
Those
Uh,
things really matter. Seeing a little appreciation, things like, oh, my
yeah.
teacher thought about me, or as your teacher more than a teacher.
Yeah. Like they see me, they care about me enough to give me something
Yeah,
special. Mm-hmm.
and that's
It's true.
important. That's really important.
Well, did she have like instill any life lessons in you that you carry today?
Oh, yes. Another life lesson or like thing that I learned from her is that always smiling part. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
these days, just I always smile, always be nice. Because that's how I felt from her, that
Mm-hmm.
it just give everybody that warm feeling. Even in my classroom, just always try to smile, even though they make me angry or
Mm-hmm.
the situation is really not good. So I always try to keep my cool and smile.
Yeah.
Those are the main things that I learned from her.
I love that. Aw, she sounds like a
Amazing.
wonderful person. And
Is
I'm glad that you can share this with her. If you have one thing to say to her, what would it be?
I would say, thank you for helping me like to take the first step to become a teacher
Mm.
because I never, to be honest, I never wanted to be a teacher. I never thought I could be a teacher, but since my first job somehow connected to teaching, since my like English subject was my favorite subject, so it became a like just
She helped you find your calling, kind of. Yeah.
yeah, yes. So
It's amazing.
I would say thank you so much.
Aw,
Everything, teaching me, showing me. Even though she was not really directly teaching me, I was just observing her and learning from
yeah.
day by
Yeah. Through her role modeling.
yes, teacher I am today.
Well, you seem like a wonderful teacher too, because you have this just very peaceful embodiment about you. So we're happy that,
Hello.
yeah, we're happy you get to join us. And I bet your little boys are lucky to have you as their mom too. So tell us a little quickly about how you and your husband met, because it's a different story.
When I was in college, I think it was my last year of college,
Mm-hmm.
we went to China as a missionaries from my
Mm-hmm.
school. It was kind
From Mongolia.
from Mongolia. So
Yeah.
my school was a Christian school, so we went there to just to attend the international church, like the Christmas party.
Mm.
So we were also kind of helping them to run that, like organize the party. And that's how I met. So when we came to church,
Cool.
he was there. And at first, we were just like friends, okay. And then later on, he helped us to go around Beijing because we are not from there, so we were just the
Mm-hmm.
students. And then that's how we get closer. And then on the Christmas party day, uh it was about like 100 people there, and everybody had to bring a gift. So we were going to like do gift exchange. And at the end of the party, we had to pick a gift and then go home. So I picked a gift and go home. And the next day we had a church uh lunch like party or something like that. And then we were sharing what did you get? What did you get? And then like somehow I picked his gift.
Oh boy.
And then he said whenever he was wrapping the gift, he said, I inside like hoping that I would pick it.
Yeah.
And then I did. Is it the like from God or like
Yeah.
Like
Destiny.
a meant to be.
yeah, is it meant to be like are we meant to be together? Then that's how we started talking.
That is awesome. And you must have been meant to be because you are still together today and you have two beautiful children together.
Yeah, since then we've been together 10 years.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
And now here you are in New Mexico teaching kindergarten. And I hear you're also a fashionista for your friends back over in China and Mongolia. So tell us a little bit about that.
Thank you. So ever since I was a little, I always used to like make things for myself to do like, just from out of like I
Like
always
paper
used to make
dolls?
things with not for dolls, for myself.
Mm.
Like
You used to make clothes?
yes, if
Wow.
I had something, if somebody give me some clothes, if it's too big, or I would just cut it and sew it by myself and make it for
Mm-hmm.
myself, things like that. And then when I was in college, I just liked putting clothes together. And every like Sunday evening, I would pick my clothes for that week. I don't know. I really
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
so my mom and dad used to like, oh, you've been in front of the mirror forever. Okay, you're done. Like, go to sleep, you have school and things
You were
like
doing
that.
your fashion show.
Yes, in front of my mirror. Okay, this would be Monday, this would be Tuesday. It's just my
Mm-hmm.
passion for
Yeah,
hobby, I would say.
it is. Yeah. And then, so that's on your Instagram account, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what your Instagram account is for all of our listeners?
Yes, it's Grace. And oh, yeah, that's how I started my Instagram page. Just for myself, not to impress anybody. Just like,
Yeah, but it connects you with your friends
yeah,
back home.
yes.
Can I ask you, why does fashion matter to you in the teaching industry? Because in most things, like I remember me being in school, I used to see a couple of teachers here and there that will be dressed up, but then it will be those teachers, in the regular blouses and the khaki pants. And so why do you think you don't have to just wear, a
Uh-huh.
regular shirt to school or outfit?
Uh-huh. So first of all, when I dress up, my students will say, Miss Grace, I like your dress. You look so beautiful today. I like you. And then I would hear that word in the morning. That gives me like, oh, confidence,
Mm-hmm.
they like it. I want to hear those words every single morning because
Ah,
it inspires me
the
to
kids like it too.
stay.
Yeah.
This
Mm-hmm.
is also one of my passion too, like putting clothes together.
Yeah, we don't have to be supermodels. We can just dress up for kindergartners and they'll make you feel
Yeah.
like a
Yes,
supermodel.
that's
Absolutely.
passion for me.
Oh,
That's amazing.
I've always tried to like whatever I wear it for the kids too, because sometimes I got this new necklace. Isn't it cute?
It is very
It's
cute.
got like an A plus. It's a Betsy Johnson piece, but it's really fun because she's got a new little teacher line. Um, but yeah, I like Spirit Weeks too, and we would dress up. But you know what? Most of the time I would forget what, oh, it's supposed to be Disney character. Oops. I had a great costume, but I just forgot. I don't know. It was just my mind was on too many other things. But I did like dressing up for Spirit Days
Yeah,
when I could
Spirit Day.
remember. Hmm.
Definitely.
Uh,
Spirit Day.
yeah, I used to want to think about doing a daily outfit, but to be honest with you, I just couldn't keep up with it. It was a lot of work. So kudos to you for doing it. We'll follow Grace's page.
Thank you.
Is there anything else? Oh, I would love for you to share the difference between being a teacher in China, Mongolia, as well as in the United States.
Okay, so for that experience, when I first moved to America, I had experience with the like Asian kids. And
Mm-hmm.
then here it was like big culture shock. So
Oh,
back in home in Asia, mostly we focus on teaching than like disciplining kids.
okay.
And we don't even have to because teacher in general is well respected and
Hmm.
everybody respects teachers and there's like there will be some kind of behavior issue, maybe like a one or two students, but they wouldn't be ugly to the teachers or something.
I see.
They always listen, they always like follow direction,
Mm-hmm.
even though they don't attend. They will
Mm-hmm.
they will be the teachers will be respected. But here it was a little different.
Yeah. An outright disrespect.
Yes, some days I would spend my whole day just to discipline them,
Wow.
just to make them listen.
Mhm. I understand.
And I don't want to be like ugly to them, you know.
Hmm.
And I try to keep my cool, like, be positive and happy, bring the happy atmosphere. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's really difficult.
Yeah. I would agree.
Yeah, it's culture shock for me. Like at first year it was struggle. Like I'm like, okay, teachers are well respected back home, and then here it's different. Like how am I supposed to handle this things? But I'm still learning.
Hmm. Every year is a new year because you have new students with new issues or demands, I would say in a classroom. Um, you're coming from, having students that wanted to learn and were just ready to listen and be right there, to having students that you had to demand their respect and you had to teach them to respect you first
Yes.
and, build those relationships, but also know their history. Because a lot of times I notice that we have kids that are difficult to manage, but they're difficult to manage everywhere, even in their own homes sometimes. So then I think it becomes our job in a school to try to get them to listen, and it's not always enjoyable. So it can affect our moods, right? As a teacher. And so that's where, we're hoping that just doing this podcast a little bit, a few more people will respect teachers is we love to teach, but it's difficult to teach kids that aren't ready to learn
Mm,
and that need a lot of intervention first.
yes.
Hmm.
And I feel like with me, when I was a student, was raised to be respectful to any older adult or anyone higher than me. Of course, mutual respect is in the same way, but to just fully disrespect someone and just not listen or call them names or be rude, just in ways like you were saying when you came here, you was like, I'm not understanding why these kids are looking at teachers like it's no respect. And that's, I feel like a lot comes from how teachers are brought up and how teachers are looked. They're supposed to be looked as a respected adult, someone you don't argue back and forth with. But
Mm,
Yeah,
in
it
the
definitely comes from the home, I believe.
yeah,
yes.
for sure.
You have to value education, value the teachers who are providing the education so that you can be your best self as a student because ultimately you're there as for a free education and absorb as much of it as you can because it is free other than paying tax dollars, it's still you don't pay to go to school when you're in public school unless you go to a private school. So I think that's where we see a lot of the disrespect is well, it's something I have to do, so I don't want to be here. And it's like, well, let's turn the table here and let's look at it like it's a gift, it's a privilege to get some education and
Yes.
appreciate it. And when you're done attending school, if you want to keep going on to study more, you can pay for it. But other than that, just respect the people that are showing up to try to teach.
Exactly. Yeah.
Were there any other differences that you may have noticed in the different areas that you were in?
Sure. I did notice, like, for the good side, in Asia, public schools, we have about like, I would say 30 to 40 students in one class.
Okay, so larger class sizes.
Larger. And then we have a very traditional way of like classroom arrangement. Like
Mm,
students will sit two by two and then
okay.
three rows. There's no carpet time or anything like that.
Mm,
Since we have too many kids,
it's very structured.
yeah, very structured. And they'll finish school earlier
Less is more, maybe. Mm-hmm.
in Mongolia. But in China, it's more like American. But still, we have 40 students in one, or sometimes 50 students, depending on where the school is.
But they listened and they were well managed. So,
Yeah, but about that, I think it could be also culture because from the day we were born, we have to respect elders, even if
mhm.
if somebody's 1 month or 1 year older than you, we always have to call them sister or brother. Like we would say
Hmm.
sister and then their name.
Okay.
That's how we show respect. And if we won't do that, this is very like disrespectful. So it could be a
Okay.
cultural thing too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And also like
Wow.
another thing that I like about American school is it's mostly like, at least in kindergarten, play based.
Hmm.
And then they have a lot more like, I would say fun times, you know.
Okay.
There's a classroom settings, table, chair, but there's also carpet time. There's also a
Hmm.
lot more space for the classroom settings. I like,
You can be more creative with
yes,
your time and what
yes.
you do with the kids.
They also have their own cubbies, things like that. We
Yeah.
don't. In Asia, we
Okay.
just put our backpack behind our chair.
Okay.
We don't
Oh,
have
wow.
cubbies or things like that. So I would say environmentally, it's way more comfortable.
Okay. More child friendly
We
too, huh?
focus on more group works than individual.
Okay. That's interesting. In China, you did, or
In China and Mongolia, it's more like individual work.
individual? Okay. And over here, it's more group. What about what the schools feed the children? What's
Okay.
the difference there?
There's a huge difference. So in China, they have like their own school cafeteria and
Hmm.
they like cook fresh.
They cook it there. Hmm.
Yes. And everything is made in there. Like they will
Hmm.
bring all the raw stuff, you know, not processed or anything. Everything is
Hmm.
cooked. And more vegetables and more fruit. Yeah. And in Mongolia, since we have like two sets of groups, like if
Hmm.
I go to school from, let's say 7:30, I'll finish by 12:30. That's a lunchtime, so they usually come home and eat.
Okay.
And they
That
will have
makes sense. Hmm.
play and yeah. But in China, it's like American schedule, but they do provide a food and then it's like
Cooked in the kitchen.
I used to hate the little chicken nuggets, and you could see the skin of the chicken.
Fried foods and stuff in schools. Hmm.
at first when I start teaching, I saw the food and I was like, okay. I tried few and then I was like, okay, I can't.
To be honest with you, I just pack a lunch and try to eat
Yeah.
somewhat healthy.
I only ate the salads and the cheese pizza. That's about the two goodest
Yeah,
things you could get. They
Everybody eats at school too, the kids.
the pizza was
yeah.
good. When I was younger, we had a whole salad bar in my high school. And you just, grab a plate and you walk through and the food was better back in the 80s
That's what I heard
when
from
I was in school.
workers too.
Yeah.
Older than me, that's what they share too, like way better.
Yeah. Oh, I can still taste the brownie with the icing, and they had like this chocolate chip cookie bar. Of course, they're all desserts. That's my sweet tooth.
Yeah. And I think the
Awesome.
cafeteria women will low key be mad at Miss Verkane. She would go get Little Caesar's cheese bread, and all of us would just leave the cafeteria and go over there.
She would buy it and then sell
Yeah,
it in the
because
store.
she was selling it
Hmm.
in there, so
Oh,
nobody wanted no dry food. We wanted
I know.
the fresh food over there.
That's funny. I didn't know she did that.
The kids would sell the Little Caesars bread. It would be like $5 to $10 a box. And everybody would go over there. I think it was like Fridays or certain weeks. She would do it. And instead of having, and I think to buy a salad, it was like $3, $4, unless you, I was getting free lunches. So nobody was wanting any of that. But yeah, that's an amazing thing to be able to actually have food that's cooked there and that's not like processed.
For sure.
my husband is a middle school teacher, and some
Hmm.
students bring a lot of chips and sells it to their classmates.
Yeah.
They don't like the food cafeteria.
Yeah. They bring their own. I always packed my son's lunch. He didn't ever want cafeteria food either. Um, well, I am certainly thrilled that Becky Hou was your mentor so that you can now make a difference in all these little kindergarten lives and become a great mentor now for other teachers. Eventually, once you feel experienced enough, you can have mentor teachers come in and they're going to be Miss Gantumur, Mrs. Burns is such a wonderful, sweet teacher. We want to be just like her. And you may be inspiring your little kindergarteners to want to be a teacher one day. You just never know.
Yeah.
Because my
That's
first
amazing.
grade teacher was definitely one of my very, very favorites. And if I didn't have any other teachers inspire me, I probably still would be a teacher because of her. So even at such a young age, and one of my kindergarten teacher, really, she taught at the school where my mom worked, but and she was a kindergarten teacher. But I always say she was my kindergarten teacher, but she wasn't. She was just my mom's best friend that taught there. But she was very, very sweet, and she took me under her wing. So
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
yeah,
her here.
yeah.
Amazing.
Just
Well, is there anything else you'd like to share with us today before we part ways? Do you enjoy teaching over here?
yes, I do.
Okay,
Yeah, teaching younger children is very special.
good.
So I'm a kindergarten teacher, and this is my third year teaching kindergarten, and I
Ah,
truly love what I do.
good.
Teaching younger children is very special because their hearts are so pure at this age,
It's
and
true.
I love how honest and thoughtful and caring they are. And every day with them brings a new story, new experience, and new opportunities to learn together. I learn from them and they learn from me.
Yeah,
Yeah. And watching
that's
them grow and
beautiful.
discover the world around them is like one of the most rewarding, especially at the end of the year. It's such a
And you get to see through the eyes of a kindergartner every day now.
yes.
Is your own son going to be in kindergarten this year?
Yes, he is gonna
Ah,
be across from my classroom.
okay.
In my classroom.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You could peek in on him though.
Yeah.
Because my mom
That's
was a teacher
amazing.
where I went to kindergarten too.
Okay. So she
Hmm.
would come and peek at you. Like, okay.
I guess. I apparently I told everybody in the school that and I'm like, oh yeah, well, my mom was like 57 and she was like maybe 37. And she's like, Wendy, you're telling everybody my age. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't know how old you were.
No, he tells me like my mom is 10 years old and my dad is 100 years old.
Right? They don't know age. They're so
Uh,
cute.
yeah, they're
Too
such a
cute. There's so much to learn.
yes. And it's
Uh,
so much fun
That's
to
amazing.
learn to teach them because they always come up with the crazy stories, things like that. It's such
for
a
sure. Yeah. They tell you stuff about their parents that their parents probably did not want you to know.
absolutely.
That is too cute.
Yeah, I have he's about to be 2 in August, and I'm in the process of him picking up words from me and me and his dad now.
That's
So
right.
I'm like, you had to learn that from your dad.
Yep. Yeah.
They are sponges, Tania. Just watch out.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm
Very
learning.
impressionable. Hmm.
I was telling my husband, like, we gotta be careful because my coworker's gonna hear our home stories.
I know.
So we gotta be careful.
That is so true. Well, we really enjoyed having you on. I appreciate you telling us all about your experiences as a teacher here in America. And I wish you the best of luck this year with your kindergartners and your son. I hope he has a great year.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I will be sure to be checking out your Instagram and leave some little notes as to where we can buy your things. Have a great rest of your summer and Class dismissed, everybody. Peace out. Bye bye.